Hey, we're at DeMilles Farm Market. You can get fresh produce, ice cream. They have a petting zoo here.
Pretty good little petting zoo, as I recall.
It's a pretty great stop if you're in Salmon Arm, which...
It's a bit touristy, but you're probably a tourist.
Well, the locals shop here too.
True.
In case you haven't noticed, we're doing or redoing Salmon Arm. If you look at our first video, which is up there, we tried Salmon Arm as one of our first videos. We've come a long way since then. Other than having a 4K camera, every week we seem to improve our
videos
skill.
Yeah.
So we'll show you around. Oh my gosh, look at it freezing. It's not completely frozen, but it's got ice chunks in it.
That's so cool.
They have an animal vending machine. I guess it's not an animal vending machine. Animal feed vending machine. Having a good scratch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right there. Oh, that's the spot. Yeah. Turkey for your dinner? Oh, you're taking offense for that? Okay.
Thank you.
We are back at the Salmon Arm Wharf, which I will spell correctly. We're at Shuswap Lake. If you want to learn more about Shuswap Lake, we went to Canoe Beach in a previous video, which I'll put up there. So check out that video. We're gonna walk out to the edge of the wharf. You can go to the park here. There's lots of people that picnic. There's a walking trail along the waterfront, as well as a boat launch here.
Yeah, there's grebes here. I think they even have a grebe festival every year.
What's a grebe?
It's a bird, lake bird, marsh bird.
We're at the end of the pier. This is where we had our first date. The water is quite low because it's August. Showed you that seagull that was up, like just above our heads. Maybe we'll get a lucky poop.
No, let's hope not.
We are downtown Salmon Arm, and we'll show you downtown, and we're gonna try out and see if they have anything for me to eat, definitely for Trevor, at the Shuswap Pie Company. We checked out Shuswap Pie Company, and yes, they had a couple of gluten-free options, but in their cooler they had wire racks, and they had gluten baking on top of the rack, on top of the gluten-free, and all the crumbs from the gluten baking were falling onto the gluten-free, which is fine if you're doing gluten-free as a choice, but if you're a celiac and require gluten-free, it's a no-no. So we left there with nothing. Lesson learned, Shuswap Pie Company. We're at Haney Village, which is kind of like a museum. Most of the buildings here are from around 1910, and we'll walk through it. Back then, Canada was the Wild West, so Europeans never had these towns, all wooden sidewalks and wooden buildings. It was the Wild West. Show you the Wild West. This is actually Haney House, the original house. I believe on the internet it said that it was built in 1910. We're gonna go and see if it's open or not, or if we can just see from the outside. So that's a no to getting inside Haney House. Apparently they have scheduled tours that you have to go and do. With a tour guide, you can't just go in and look around. Looks like a Clampett mobile. What's the name of that show?
Beverly
Hillbillies. Yeah. This school, the Broadview School, was opened in 1918 and ran until 1950. Then it was closed for 5 years, I think because of a fire. And then it reopened early 1955, and classes were held here until 1986. Of course, there's much more to see and do at Haney Village. This was just a short example, and there's plenty more to do in Salmon Arm. And we'll see you all in our next video, which will be about Penticton.
I'll line up the old talking machines, and just for a little while, we can take a musical trip down memory lane.
The sun just came out. Woo!
Blinding.
Blinding.